Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now as a gear reviewer and more specific when it comes to flashlights, bottom line is as I move through different iterations, I don't have the opportunity to carry any one particular flashlight in my pocket for an extended period of time. I kind of need to go through a progression, work through the projects that I get my hands on, and each product obviously gets a little bit of pocket time, but then again, I need to move forward. But today, we're going to talk about a Fenix light that has lived in my pocket now for some harsh conditions, a good amount of time, a couple of months, and I have to say, I absolutely love this little flashlight. This here is the TK05R. Fantastic EDC style flashlight, has some tactical flair, and for me this has been just about perfect for a number of different reasons. So in today's video I'm going to talk to you about this in detail, the specifications, go through it here in the studio, I bring it outside for some practical field use, then we'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. And so with that said, I have a whole bunch to do and a whole bunch to share with you, and if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to get into, do me a favor, stay tuned. Now before we get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Fenix who did provide this for review. And if you like what you see here today, do me a favor, look in the description box below where you can find all of the relevant links for where you can get your hands on one of these TK05R flashlights. You'd be very happy that you did. And so as we get into this here, the Fenix TK05R. This has a maximum output of 1000 lumens, which in this day and age is not that huge of a lumen output, but it's really, in my opinion, all this particular flashlight needs. It has a number of different modes, so everything from low being 30 lumens, medium being 350 lumens, and then again high being 1000 lumens, but it also has the strobe button here as a standalone button, which is also 1000 lumens. Now, when it all breaks down to it, you can see on the inside here, we have a nice deep reflector, perfectly smooth, and in combination with the LED, puts out 50,600 candela in the high mode, which again is 1000 lumens of output. This has roughly a 450 meter throw. But for me, the fact that this is a simple little EDC light means that everything I have put this to so far, it's had the ability to do it. It hasn't needed to be anything more. The medium mode at 350 lumens will run for 1 hour, 45 minutes. It has a beam distance of around 260 meters and 17,000 candela. Low being 30 lumens, 14 hours, 30 minutes of runtime, and around 75 meters of throw, translating to 14,500 candela. Don't forget to include the high mode. The high mode has a runtime of around 50 minutes. And finally, this has 1 meter impact resistance, and it is IP68 submersible. But for me, the details that I like, first off, this is compact, fits in my hand nicely, and more important, it has just literally lived in my pocket day after day after day with no issues, no flaws. This has been completely covered in dirt, grime, dust. It actually got paint all over it, but it manages to just perform. No real damage, nothing that really, stands out. And in fact, at this point, most of the dirt and grime and the things that, have bothered it have pretty much rubbed off, with the exception of a couple of little paint splotches and a couple of the nicks and digs as I've banged into things. But I have been using this as kind of like a construction light. I've been using it with all of the activities while I'm going through a major renovation of my home, and it has been fantastic. Now you do have a light with a little LED battery status indicator. You end up with your main switch on the back. Again, you have the press there for the strobe. Little bit of a strike bezel on the front. Awesome knurling. USB Type-C rechargeable, very simple with the port, nice dust cover, and the clip has been just awesome. I've snagged this a few times, but no bending, no problems, springs right back into place and holds nice and tight in your pocket, fairly deep ride in terms of the carry. And I think a lot of people will be very happy with the fact that this does have a replaceable battery. And as we take this off, nice quality threads. everything gasketed, and thank goodness there is so much grime and dust that has just beaten its way into this section of the flashlight, and you can see that that was definitely very well protected. It really only made it to the gasket and not any further. So that's actually pretty cool. And as we take a look at the battery here, this is a Fenix battery. Fenix doing a nice job with their batteries, an 1100 milliamp hour battery. This is an 18350, 3.6 volts translating to 3.96 watt hours of power. Now for the activation, simple momentary press does turn the light on and off, and it has memory mode so it remembers where I was at. If you deep press, turns it on all the way. And then at that point, you can hit the secondary button, which goes between the modes. So when the light is on, low, medium, high, low, medium, high. Holding it deep, that goes into the strobe. Or if the light is off, going straight into that button goes straight to strobe 1000 lumens. So it's very simple, very intuitive, and you can see that defined hotspot, stepping up, and just a nice quality throw. So from a programming perspective, extremely simple, very intuitive, and in my opinion, it's all it really needs to be.
She killed one. Jesus, baby.
And so, all right, guys, there you have it. A look at the TK05R. Now, all in all, this is awesome. I like it. A few people might have some gripes. The fact of the matter is, you cannot really tail stand this. It is kind of a nice feature with an EDC light, and you saw I was actually using this for some illumination. I've tried bouncing this off different things in different places at times, and it's a little bit difficult. But all in all, the light has more pros than cons at this point. I'm just being nitpicky. And even at that, I don't think I would change it. I kind of like that the button protrudes out. It's easy to get on, easy to find, no fumbling around. It's very tactile. You can feel it immediately with your thumb. No problems there, very easy. And the only other thing I would say is, depending on how you hold the flashlight, you might fumble around just a little bit to find the strobe. That for me isn't as much of a big deal as I'm trying to find the button to switch between the intensities. Because sometimes I will have left the light in the high mode, walking around, no, I don't want that, bump it down, I want to bump it down to low. So there are some considerations, but overall, again, the pros greatly outweigh the cons. There aren't too many cons about this. I love this little flashlight. And so again, thank you guys for following along. Thank you to the people at Fenix who did provide this for review. Look in the description box below for all of the relevant links. And if you like what you saw here, do me a favor. Take a look at my Outer Limitless channel, which is more on my primary gear. On that channel, I cover everything from hiking, camping, and backpacking excursions, all the gear that goes with it. So from sleep systems, shelter systems, knives, axes, backpacks, flashlights, you name it. That's my Outer Limitless YouTube channel. So all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.